Hello and welcome back to the Siege of Littleton. Last episode saw an incredibly huge raid, and that's why this episode we're going to be focusing on training up some archer elites. Now obviously to get there we're going to have to do a couple of things around the colony to make sure we're ready for that kind of thing. So let's get to it. Now we built the combat and archery academies earlier, but I wanted to decorate these and bring these up to level 4, and as you can see, with a splash of decoration, a few paths here and there, a tree or two, and bringing these buildings up to level 4 has really elevated the area. I think this area looks really cool now. Not only that, but we were going to need to get our research up. So it is time, my dudes, to get the university up to level 4. I was going to stop at 3, but this building is strangely cheap to upgrade. It didn't take Lyra very much at all to get this up to level 3, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's go all the way to level 4. That's going to unlock loads more research for us and let us hire a bunch of researchers. Once that was complete, I was able to research the technology that gets us the next level of population upgrade. Now we can go up to 100 dudes, I think. And so with that in mind, it was time to come back over to our initial residences and upgrade these to level 4. And while we're in the area, it would be foolish of me to not upgrade also the town hall up to level 3, just to bring it up to, you know, a decent aesthetic standard, but it looks pretty cool. Now this massive population increase and bringing the residences up to level 4 is going to create some food problems for us, but that's something we'll confront down the line, because right now we're going to train up some archer elites. So by the way, keep your names coming in for our horse, because yeah, the top comment from the last episode is going to be what we name the horse, but I want to give it some time to brew, so if you've got a cool idea for the horse's name, make sure you drop that comment in. Now we want to come over to the research facility, I keep calling it that, the university. I want to come over to the university quickly and get some research queued up. We've still only got 2 researchers, but that's okay. As the population increases, we can't have them all be guards. We'll get some more dudes over here. But for now, a couple of really important researchers. We're up to level 4 now, and the ones I want to do are Squire Training, which is extra block chance for your guards. Now when a knight blocks damage, that's 100% of that damage ignored. So getting this up is really important. The other one we wanted to do was multi-shot for our archers. If we're building archer elites, if we're training up archer elites this episode, this is going to be essential. However, it looks like we undershot this. I thought it was 4 bows, but it looks like it's 5. So we'll go and grab another bow and get this plugged in. There we go, hip hopping, super rocking, 5 bows, trick shot, underway. Now, there are some other researches we can look into, and it's weird, right? Because it says 2 of 4 research in progress. But if we go here, we've only got 2 researchers. But what I want to work out is, can we still queue up some more research, even though we haven't got the dudes? Let's try that. Let's try and research riposte, knight's armor. So I've got some iron, which I can turn into, oh god, well, that happened. I've got lots of iron ingots now, but we can go over to research, go to combat, and let's see if we can queue this up. Oh my god, yeah! So we can keep queuing up researchers, it's just only 2 get researched at a time with only 2 researchers. So with that in mind, we might as well do the 4th research as well. Do we want to do some more combat stuff? Maybe we do. Maybe power attack down here is a good one. So let's turn some of these ingots back into bricks. There we go. And get this under wraps as well. Yeah, this is going to supercharge our guards, which again are always going to be our primary research. The priority of research is kind of simple. Number 1, population cap. We never want to hit that population cap. Always got to make sure we can get more dudes in the colony. Number 2, combat research. Making sure our dudes punch harder, survive longer, are just generally better guards. And number 3 priority is of course food. Making sure our farmers and our residents get the most out of food and we get as much food into the colony as possible. But anyway, let's get started with training up some archer elites. Now, both of our barracks at the moment are dedicated to knights. That's nothing I really want to change yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another barracks and dedicate this to archers. So let's have a sleep, if I can find my sleeping bag, and put down a barracks. So currently we have the barracks over here. It's looking pretty good. We've got this cool path that we built. And all of our training happens over here as well. So I kind of want to make sure that our military is in one location. And so that's why we're going to build another barracks, maybe even 2 barracks, behind the archery academies. In fact, yeah, I reckon 2 barracks over here would be amazing. We can dedicate them both to archers, and that's going to be a massive influx of archer guards in our colony. Oh my god, we're never going to have any problems with raids ever again. Let's get this down. Now we're going to raise these up slightly, have them hover off the ground. We'll build up some terrain around it, make sure it looks all neat, but I like the idea of the barracks because they're quite tall military buildings. I want these generally to be higher and raised up than the other buildings around it. So we'll build one here, we'll build another barracks over at the at base, put it right next to it, and then let's watch these buildings being built. We can have a race, Lyra versus Ben, to build the barracks. So here we go, it's the battle of the builders, Lyra versus Ben, in the title match to end all title matches. These guys are quite evenly matched, and both of these buildings are pretty high up, so there's no land clearance required by the builders, which is usually the big thing that slows them down. Now, however, because they are raised up, it does mean that the builders might have some trouble getting up there to finish off the buildings, but we'll see as the build goes. Both of these barracks are going to be dedicated to archers. Now, each barracks comes with 4 barracks towers. Each tower gets 1 troop per level. So if we have 4 towers at level 4, that's 16 guards per barracks to give us a grand total, oh my god, an injection of 32 archers into our army. That's going to really complement our knights, and yeah, I cannot wait to see these guys in action. Now what I'm thinking of doing is separating the guards on the rallying banners between their different roles. We can have 1 rallying banner that's for knights, 1 that's for archers, and a final one for druids. That way, if raiders get caught in the water like they did for the last raid, we can just exclusively bring over the archers and watch them just rain hell down on the barbarians. I think that'd be really cool to see. And then as soon as the barbarians do get over, we can bring in the knights to kind of bolster up the front lines and defend our archers. Now also, I don't want our archers to be using the plate mail that we have around the colony, because archers in plate doesn't really make sense. I know from a gameplay perspective, it's much better if they're using the best armor possible, but I kind of want to give these guys some more kind of in-keeping armor, so we're going to be looking through the bows and armor that are available to us to see what's going to fit for our archers. I did take a brief look at bows, and there's some interesting bows in the mod pack, but a lot of them are pretty far out of reach. They're really hard to make, and if you've got to make 32 of these, some of them are just really unrealistic. But there is a really cool longbow that does look pretty cool from Epic Knights mod, and I think that's going to be our go-to. But as the builders finish up, there is a very clear winner, and it is Lyra. It was a close one though. Ben was literally seconds away from completing it, so it's pretty cool that they completed the building in almost exactly the same amount of time. Anyway, now to get these bad boys up to level 4. This is going to be a big upgrade task. But ultimately very worth it and definitely required. But now they're level 4, let's get in and get these things configured. Okay, time to get these bad boys configured. Now obviously they're a bit floaty at the moment. We're not going to do full-on decoration over here, but we are going to kind of just loosely add some logs over here like this and give our dudes a stairway to get up for now. We'll come back and tidy this up properly later on. And there we go, a way up. We'll repeat this over on the other barracks over there as well, but for now, this should be okay. So let's get these buildings configured, and this is pretty important. We need to go into here, manage workers, make sure it's off for knights, off for druids, but it is automatic for archers, and this second rallying banner we've got over here, we're going to assign to archers. So shift right click and add all of these towers to the mix. Let's go and get these guys some bows, because not only are we going to worry about bows and armor, another big thing you need to think about with archers is ammunition. Now, archers don't need ammunition. It's not an essential requirement. They'll still shoot their bows, even if they don't have any arrows. But if you give them arrows, they deal a lot more damage. So it's always worth doing. Anyway, let's go and see if we can make these bows. So the bow we're looking for is the long bow, an English classic from medieval times, and it's pretty simple to make. Just sticks, string, and a hilt Now we can get the sticks, we can get the string. The hilts are a bit of an issue because obviously, yeah, nobody in Minecolonies can make these. Luckily enough, we can. Combine these with the strings and boom, we have a whole load of bows. So we'll put them in the stash over here. There go the bows. We'll get a few more, and yeah, what we're really looking for is about 16, maybe 32 bows if we can get them. Okay, so those bows are into the warehouse. The archers should get those pretty quickly. The other thing we want to look at is the right kind of armor for these archers. Now, I'm happy for them to use steel leggings, steel boots, but I want to make sure we use like some lighter helmets and chest pieces. So the type of armor I thought looked really cool is this brigandine armor. It's still pretty good, +5. It uses a lot of leather, but it can be made at the Fletcher's hut, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's going to be perfect for our archers. Now for helmets, we want something that doesn't use steel chainmail. It's got to look like an archer's hat, but also not use steel chainmail. I'm thinking maybe a barbute, because then you can still see the faces of the archers, and I think that would be pretty cool. Now again, one way we could do this is we could go to the barracks and individually summon all of the dudes. We could also summon them over at the town hall, but instead we've got a rallying banner that can also summon guards. Oh. Well, it looks like we don't actually have any archers yet. Well, I guess we're just going to wait for our kids to grow up, because then they will become archers. While we wait for that to happen, yeah, of course, let's look into the other part of archery that's going to be super important. So we'll dismiss the guards, because none of them are coming, because there ain't none. But what we want to do is make a Fletcher's hut now. Now we're going to put this over by the other production buildings. We've got the blacksmith over here. And it makes sense to keep these buildings quite close. There's a nice big spot over here. So let's see what this thing looks like. It's probably going to look pretty basic. And yeah, it looks like the standard basic hut from the Littleton style. The door is in a weird position. So we'll swivel this over. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look the same as all the other ones, but it's going to fit quite well here, I reckon. Let's take a look at level 5. Oh yeah, pretty nice. I like this. It's a bit different from the other buildings, but yeah, it's still the same style. So we'll get this built up to level 1, see if we can upgrade it to level 4, and then we can start thinking about arrows. Now that she's leveled up quite a lot, Lyra is super quick at putting up these buildings. I mean, look at this bad boy go up. It's so quick. And add that to the fact that Littleton is a very easy style to build, and it means that our colony is going to go up in no time at all. Once again, this style is kind of primitive, and I've seen some complaints that it looks a bit samey. But if you want a functional colony that still looks pretty good, it is a really good choice. But this building went up in absolutely no time at all. That's really good news. So let's take a look inside the Fletcher's hut. It already comes with a way to make wool into string. That's really good news. It also amazingly comes with a conversion from gravel to flint. I was worried we were going to have to crush gravel. Turns out we're not. That's amazing. The arrow recipe, though, you do have to teach it yourself, but flint, sticks, and feathers make your standard arrows. There are actually some other really cool arrow recipes. And down the line, we could look into giving our archer things like, I don't know, enchanted arrows from Ars Nouveau could be crazy. There's Arrow of Creosote, don't know what that does, from Railcraft Reborn. There's all kinds of crazy ammunition here that we could, in theory, give to our archers, but we'll stick to regular arrows for now. We will hire a Fletcher, but we're going to need to wait for some children to grow up. While we're waiting for that, let's go and sort out arrow production. So we're getting feathers from our setup over there. That's how we're getting feathers. Cool. The next thing we need to worry about is getting flint from gravel. So we need a way to get gravel. That's why we're going to go into the basement. So let's take a look down here. What can we do? So the recipe for gravel is, let's take a look, because I think what we might be able to do, yeah, here we go. We could mill cobblestone into gravel. That'd be amazing. So if we can get cobblestone into this barrel here, which we could actually just go and borrow some from our, which one is it? This one. We can grab some cobblestone from over here. This fills up pretty quick, and just fill up the barrel. This is going to get us gravel for days. And that's going to be pretty awesome. What we also want to do is find a way to get the gravel out of this millstone and into our stash. So if we can get it over here onto this conveyor belt, it's going to go up and fill up our warehouse. That's really good. So will this work? If we put an item pipe here, it does connect to the millstone. And if we put the spruce barrel here, let's give this a test. We'll try and pull it out with the pipe wrench. Yes, okay, so we're getting gravel. What we're going to do now is dig up this barrel, and we're going to bring the pipe underground. And there we go, we're getting a barrel that's filling up with gravel. It's a slow process because this millstone is not quick, but we're going to, we're not too worried about this. Gravel production is not like super important. It's going to be slow, but I don't think our archers are going to go through that many arrows. Also, they're not using arrows while there's no raids, so we are going to get a good stockpile of arrows. So the gravel is going into the stash, it's going into the warehouse. The next thing we want to do is set a minimum stock over here at the warehouse for arrows. That's going to make sure the Fletcher is always making arrows. So we'll go minimum stock, we'll add arrows. There we go, a stack. Maybe make 2 stacks, because, these things are going to have to get around. But yeah, things are looking pretty good. Oh my god, look at the guards. We just have so many troops. It's going to be a problem because food is becoming a real issue for us. But I think next episode, we're going to focus on getting food 100% sorted, because at the moment it works, but it doesn't really work for 100 dudes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to borrow some guards. We're going to transfer some knights over to be archers. So we'll come over here to one of the barracks towers, manage workers archer, show employed, and let's bring over some knights that are well suited to the task. So we're looking for agility and adaptability. We'll get Farseer Storm Shield, Ash the Forgotten, we'll get Dark Ruin, and we're going to get Dude Resident. These are going to be our first 4 archers. Let's get these guys tooled up. So recall the workers, right click, go to their inventory, and we're going to swap out your plate mail for a Gambison. And I reckon you'll probably find your own bow and arrow here and there. A barbute. Oh, and look, the bow has been delivered. He's got a longbow. Ah, yeah. Once he got the longbow, he equipped the armor, and now he's looking pretty fancy. Very much looks like an archer now.
Good to see you, mate.
So here they are in all their glory. Dark Ruin, Farseer Storm Shield, Dude Resident, and Ash the Forgotten, Sniper Elites, the best of the best, Eagle Eye, Deadshot, Peacemaker. All of the above. They look amazing in this Brigandine armor with the barbutes, and they're all rocking bows.
Yes.
They don't walk around with their bows out. They like to keep them in their pockets. But you know what? I'm not going to judge them for that. Let's send them home, but we've got some archers now, ready to fight off a raid. Now, bows are taken care of, but we really do want a Fletcher over here so we can start churning out some arrows. So let's see if we can borrow a Fletcher from somewhere else. Who is... We could move over... maybe the stonemason. Who's got good stats? We'll borrow someone with good stats for this. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to borrow a courier. We're going to borrow Lady Black Lily. Over here, you've got decent stats, so come on over here. And she should get to work pretty soon, churning out arrows. Ah, yes, so here we go. We need to first research Taunt, which means knights will force targets to target them. Now we've got archers. This is probably a really good thing to research. Also, consume arrows comes after that. So we need to go and track down some bones, some spider eyes, and some rotten flesh. That shouldn't be too hard. I've killed a few spiders and zombies and things, so we can get this research underway. But as the sun sets, will tonight be a raid? It's been a while, so I think probably there will be a raid tonight. And that's going to be the perfect opportunity to test out these archers. They're not fully tooled yet, and we have actually got a lot of archers missing. We can have up to 32, but we've only got 4 so far. Still, these kids are growing up slowly, so maybe we'll get some. Maybe we've got some extra ones by now, I don't know. But if we get a raid, we'll be able to test that out. Oh my god, yes, look at this. And this is once again the biggest raid we've ever had. So this is a bit of a big split. We've got one in the bottom left. We've got one raid at the right over here. And is there a third raid? I thought there was a third raid. No, there isn't. But these guys are going to have to cross the water once again. So let's get on our horse, have a sleep first, summon the archers, and let's see if these guys can go to battle. Oh my god, so the barbarians are crossing. The guards are going to go crazy. Go on, my dudes, get them. And our archers, where are our archers at? Come on, dudes, they're coming. Here they are, archer bros. Get them, lads. Oh yeah, the arrows are going out. Oh, I'm getting hit. Oh my god, no, my horse. Master person is toast, and my horse, oh, we didn't even give him a name yet. These guys though are crazy. These barbarians are shredding our dudes. Lad resident, no. Okay, let's get the shield out. Oh my god, girl Meadowcroft. Okay, let's get some food in. Oh yeah, it's a big problem. We need way more archers because these barbarians are just shredding us because they're stuck in the water. There's nothing we can do. And when our knights try and run away because they're on low health, they run really slowly. Oh my god, the graves, because they're in the water. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. It's not a good situation. And also I lost my horse. So remind me to make some horse armor because I think that would probably help. Okay, that's one raid seen off. We got 2 more raids? Oh my god, this is getting nuts. Now the lance isn't really ideal for... Oh my god. It is not ideal for non-mounted combat. There goes... Oh, Lady Alexasaria, you're toast. It's okay though. We're going to have a steak. And let's get back to fighting. So let's do it, my dudes. We're going to switch out the lance for the Zweihander because I think you can actually use... Oh no, you can't use a Zweihander with a shield, but that's okay. Let's go and do some damage. Oh my god, I just wrecked the ground? I didn't even know I could do that. Holy smokes, these guys do so much damage. Oh my, look at my guards. My guards are getting destroyed. It's a great chief. The great chief is becoming a real problem for us. Go on, guys, kick some butt. Go crazy. Oh my god, so many problems. We are gonna win, but we are losing so many guards. Okay, let's go crazy. Zweihander time. There we go. Ooh. Oh my god, they just do so much damage. Oh! I have my shield up. What the hell? Whew. Oh my god, and there goes Mia. Mia is toast. This has been a devastating raid. Oh, okay. We need to do some real thinking after this. We've lost an insane amount of guards. I thought our archers were going to save the day, but it turns out they just got wrecked. Oh my god, and I'm toast as well. This is not good. Let's go and find the rest of the barbarians. Where are they? They're all over the shop, actually. These are really spread out. So we're going to dismiss the guards and let them kind of run off on their own. Find out these barbarians, you know, seek them down without following me around. Oh, he's going after the chef. No. Oh, we're starting to lose actual colonists now. The civilians are dying, and that is the last place we want to be. Now, we did actually defend against the invasion. But, oh, I'm wearing my helmet now. Pretty cool. But this has been devastating. This has been absolutely nuts. We lost so many dudes. Oh my god. Well, my dudes, I've got a lot of repairing to do. We've got to wait for a lot of colonists to be born. We lost a lot of guards. Oh my god, we really need to think about this because the raids are happening so frequently and they're so tough. These barbarians, while I'm wearing full plate mail armor, hit me for like 6 or 7 hearts. That's crazy. Maybe we need to look at the difficulty because these guys are nuts. But oh my god, devastating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up some areas between episodes and see if we can get some more guards in the colony because oh my god, we need to swell the numbers after that devastating raid. So many people died, and I think we probably need a graveyard as well. But a massive thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next episode when we return to the Siege of Littleton. Take care.